Hey guys, it's Jessica from craftingandstamping.blogspot.com, and today I wanted to show you how to make this fun pop-up card. I have 5 cards I have to make for this week. My dad's birthday is on tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, wait. Today's my mom and dad's anniversary. Tomorrow's my brother and my sister-in-law's anniversary. My dad's birthday is Tuesday. My sister-in-law's birthday is Friday. And then my mother-in-law's birthday is Monday. So I have a lot of cards to make. So I am going to be using the Dottie For You paper to make some of these cards. Now this card, like I said, is a pop-up card. You can give it in, you fold it flat in the envelope like this. And then the person just pulls it up. And then there's our pop-up card. Okay, now the best part, like I said, is that I'm going to be using the Dottie For You paper, which is, I would say you could use it for either a guy or a girl, because this card clearly would scream guy to me because of the colors, and then the colors that I'm going to be using here scream girl to me. So let me tell you what we're going to need today. We're going to be using the Celebration stamps that came with the Art Philosophy cartridge. The stamps that look like this, they have the cupcake, the It's a Party, the banner in the back. We're going to be using the Sentiments Just a Number stamps, and we are using it for 2 stamps in here. Happy birthday down at the bottom, and birthday wishes, or birthday greetings. And we're going to need our trusty Art Philosophy cartridge. And we will need some red line tape or score tape or double-sided tape, whichever you want to call it, a bone folder, a ruler. I'm using the Close to My Heart 14-inch ruler, a razor blade, just be careful with it, your Tombow, a pair of scissors, and you will be all set. So what we will do first is, let me give you the measurements of the paper that we're going to need. You're going to need, for the actual card base itself, you're going to need a piece that is 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, and I'm going to give you the score, the spots to score in a second, but I want to finish going over the paper that we're going to need. You're going to need just some scrap to make your banners. Okay, just a little bit of scrap here, and same with your cupcake, just a little bit of scrap. I would say probably about 3 by 3 for your cupcake, 3 by 1 and 3 1/2 by 1, and that's it really for the banners. The paper that you're going to need, and this is going to be for the pop-up part, for this part, I'm going to use right there, you're going to be needing a piece that's 3 by 5 1/2, 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, 2 1/2 by 5. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Now, on this one, I embossed. Hopefully you can see the happy birthday and whatnot as you pull it down. Some of it's covered up. I attempted to do that on this one because I wanted to kind of get this put together rather quickly so I can spend a little more time doing the card, because I'm not trying to make an hour-long video. But on this, I noticed that you really can't see the embossing too much. What you do see is that I went over in the cotton candy, on top of the cotton candy cardstock, and stamped happy birthday. And then in the sunset, I stamped little stars in between. Which was great because that's one of the reasons I love Close to My Heart stamps, because they're see-through, so you know exactly where you're stamping. If you don't want to overlap, you don't have to. The other reason why I love the Close to My Heart stamps is for this, for instance. I wanted to cut the cupcake, and I wanted to put my stamp on the cupcake too, so you can see the little swirls. And if this was any other company's stamps, I would have to guess at what size to cut this cupcake. With Close to My Heart, you don't have to guess, because they tell you, which I'm not sure that you're going to be able to see that, but there's little numbers that tell you exactly how big to cut these. For instance, my cupcake, it's telling me to cut it 2 1/2. So there was no guesswork, so it was rather quick for me to do that. So same with the layer. You know, I put my, oops, sorry, I'm getting blurry, my relative size on, cut my layer, put it on, and it's good to go. There's no guessing. It tells me what to do. That's why I love the Close to My Heart stamps. So anyway, I took my stamps. The Celebrate on this banner is also from the Celebration stamp set. And then the cupcake obviously is. And we're going to put on the top part of this cupcake, I'm going to be adding stickles. I wish I had glitter glue, the glitter glue stuff from Close to My Heart, but I didn't get it yet. So I'm just going to occasionally there's going to be some things that aren't close to my heart. Eventually I'll be using everything, but I just want to let you know. So let's start getting our layers put together for our card, our pop-up part of the card. And then we'll go and get the base part done. But let's do one thing at a time here, since I was talking about that. We'll get this part done. And just so you guys know, if you follow my blog, you know how much it is, but I got a 24-piece Dotto For You pack that has tons of awesome paper. All my projects this entire week have been me with it. Guess what? If you buy $35 worth of product on my website, you're going to get the Dotto For You paper. So at the bottom of this, particular video, I'm going to put on there where you can, you know, go right to my website. Now, let's get this on. Now, remember I told you we needed some scissors, and it's going to tell you why. Now, this was the inside of this layer. Okay, well, I actually put it in a different color, so I'm lying. But it's 3 inches, but it's the inside. It's too big for this part here. But I am going to just kind of sort of layer it across the top here. And if you wanted to, you could cut it off. You could put it on before you applied this. I just decided to go with it this way because I thought it looked cute. So now let's get our cupcake on. And the reason why we're putting our cupcake on now is because we're going to be adding the stickles, and I don't want them to get messed up. I need it to dry. Let's try and get this as centered as possible. Okay, so let's get the card base done now, and then that way we can do the stickle part. We're just going to stick that to the side. Okay, what we're going to do is get our stamps and everything out of the way, and you're going to take your scoreboard. Now, I'm going to repeat these where you have to do your score lines a few times. You're going to line it up along the 11-inch side. And we are going to score at 1 inch. Oops. We're going to do 1 inch. We're going to do 2 3/4, 3 3/4, 5 1/2, 7 1/4, 8 1/4, and 10. So once again, 1 inch, 2 3/4, 3 3/4, 5 1/2, 7 1/4, 8 1/4, 10. After that, you can put your scoreboard to the side because we don't need it anymore. Okay. Now, let's get our bone folder and let's fold up our score lines here so we have some nice crisp lines. Okay. Now that we have everything all creased, we have all our score lines in, you're going to need a straight edge knife, a self-healing mat, or a cutter that has a blade that you can move around and also see what line you are cutting wise. And the reason I say that is because we need to make a slice on our 5 1/2 inch line that we scored. And we need to have this slice be from 1 1/2 to 3 3/4. Now, I already know from working with this blade, I can't go up, I have to come down. So I'm just going to look for my 3 3/4 line, okay, and I see my line, and I am going to place it in, and I'm going to go all the way down to 1/2 inch. What we're going to do is be creating a 3 1/4 inch slit. Okay, put your razor away. We do not need it, and I don't want anybody getting hurt because I know I'm accident prone, so that's why I'm getting it away now. Okay. You can put that away because we're done that now. So now let's come back to our base. What we're going to do is we're going to flip it over to the side that we're not going to be using, okay, that we don't want showing. And we're just going to crease our 1-inch sides in. The two sides that we scored at 1 inch and 10 inch. Fold them down, okay. And we're going to take our score tape, red line tape, double-sided tape, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to put it on the 1-inch side, okay. I'm just going to put mine right in the middle. Doesn't really matter if you go all the way down, if you go to the middle, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's come down here, put this one in. Oops, oops. Fingers are sticky. Okay. Now, let's come back and take our base, or our pop-up part that we created, and we're going to stick it through the slice that we created. Okay. And we're going to make sure that we have our piece folded in, our 1-inch piece at the bottom. See how I have it folded up? It's up underneath the base. And what we're going to do, and I'm going to tell you before I do it, we're going to remove the red line tape that we have here, you know, the piece that's going to make it sticky. And once I take it off, I'm going to place the card part that's going to be my pop-up. I'm going to line it up right along the edge of the crease line that I made at my 10-inch line. Okay, we're going to do that one first. You could do your 1-inch line first, but I think the 10-inch line, but however you have it turned, you just want the bottom part done first. So I have that up. Okay. Oh God, that's sticky. Make sure your card, make sure it's even because I messed up my last one. There we go. Now you're going to come over here and take the top part off. Okay. And you're going to fold it right over on top. Okay, now before we pull it down, I'm going to be taking the part that I put birthday greetings on, and I'm going to take 2 pop dots, or 1, however many you want to use. I kind of tend to like mine be a little bit even, or my foam squares, foam adhesive, whatever you want to call it that makes your project pop up. Get these out of the way so don't get stuck up. And we're going to be putting it right along the middle score line. You should see a top score line and a bottom score line. And if you can even buckle it in a little bit, we're going to put it right over here. Okay. Now, I myself am also going to be putting a flower there, but I'm not going to put that on just yet. I'll do that after I'm done with my stickles and everything because I don't want to be using too much at once because that's how I mess things up. So what we're going to do now is, if you see your card's flat, and if you take your pop-up and push down, there's your pop-up card, there's your base, you have your greeting, your cupcake, everything is done on it. I have seen where people have added a piece of ribbon here. I myself don't really care for that too much, a bow. You don't need to do that, but that's what you could do. I myself, like I said, I'm going to put a flower, and now while I have this, I'm going to do my stickles. And you could do it any way that you want. I am more comfortable doing it like this. I just want some sparkle on my card. Sorry, I'm concentrating. That's why I'm being so quiet. Okay. So now we'll just keep it up so that way it dries. And that is how our pop-up card looks. I'm not going to fold it up again because if I do, you know, I'm going to mess up my stickles. But look, it just gives it that right amount of shine. So cute, so pretty. And I hope my sister-in-law likes this card because this one's for her. See, we have our masculine and our feminine cards now. They look super cute. Okay, guys, I will have all the information on my blog. Don't forget to check it out. It's www.craftedandstampin.blogspot.com. And thank you so much for watching. Also, don't forget to check out my Close to My Heart store. It's online. It's www.craftedandstampin, the exact way you spell my blog, .myctmh.com. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.